What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, I made my way over here to the storage shop because I needed to move a couple things around, and we got to get hooked up to all of our equipment, being that we have a job to do today. One is going to be a driveway. We got to make a driveway, and we got to clear some land. It's all going to be at the same location, so it'll be fairly simple to get all that taken care of in one little go. So what we need to do real quick is go ahead and get hooked up to our dump trailer, because we are going to have to go over to the contractor's house, get a load of rock. Now we're going to be charging the customer there $15,000 to do the driveway and another $15,000 to clear all of the land. It's an old abandoned farm property that he actually just took ownership of. It was passed down to him, and now he's wanting to get it cleaned up because everybody before him, nobody ever took care of the land, and they kind of just let it go, and he wants to completely change it around, just make it, nice and look good. So we're going to do that for him. We're going to get the driveway all smoothed out, and then we're going to bring in a load of rock, get it all smooth and laid out, and it should look really, really good by the time we get done with it. Now, real quick, we're going to go ahead and get loaded up to our dump trailer, and then get hooked up to our other trailer there for the skid steer, and we're going to stop by, like I said, the contractor's house to get some rock, and we will be on our way. I honestly thought about driving the F-250 today, but then I remembered we're going to be hauling a good bit of rock, and I don't know if the F-250 do very good doing that, because I've had to adjust my suspension on the old Duramax here in order to be able to even haul the rock. Go ahead and get backed up to this trailer over here, get hooked up, and we're going to drop our ramps and then get the skid steer loaded up. Alright, now while those come down, I'm going to run over here, grab the skid steer. Now, another thing we are going to have to use is the little Bush Hog attachment for the front of the skid steer here, because we got to mow a lot of grass. And being that we don't have a tractor anymore, we can't even operate this. This is something else we need to sell as well. Man, I need to put this online. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so we need to get that posted. That way we can put that money towards, I guess, buying another tractor or something. Something that we can use to do like the bush hogging side of things, because I mean the attachment for the skid steer is going to work pretty good, but tackling these really big jobs, it's going to kind of get pretty time consuming only using this front end attachment for the skid steer. Alright, got that all loaded up there. Will there be enough room for the I'm kind of thinking the bush hog attachment? We'll have to figure it out. We got to get over there to the fab shop and get it loaded up. Now, I'm going to try to use our new driveway here. We worked on this driveway yesterday in that video, getting this thing all smoothed out, just getting it set up to where it could be used like we're going to attempt to use it right now. So this will kind of show us, ooh, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Woo, can the old Duramax do it? Is anything dragging the ground? No, actually, I think, oh my gosh, it worked. Oh, wait. No, we're sliding. Come on, buddy. Yes, let's go. All right, we made it out, no problem. And I mean, it was a little bit of a problem, but hey, who's keeping tabs on that? I'm not. I'm gonna act like it was smooth sailing. Anyway, let's go and get pulled up right here, just like this. Go and whip this old Duramax in here like nobody's business, boy. Do that. Yes, sir. Bouncing around, trying to get over here to get the push hog attachment. All right, we got to figure out where we're going to put this at, because there's not really enough room on that rear trailer back there. Just going to do that, get them straps off of there, boy. And let's go ahead and see. I got to figure this one out. Did I drop it in my way? Gosh, dog it, I did. Man, come on. Let me go ahead and do this. Uh-oh. Lower this. I got to move this thing around. Leave that one there. Pick this one up like this. I'm going to raise it up. I don't want it to hit on the trailer. If it damaged my blade or something, that'd be our luck, and then here I would be having to pay for all that, and I ain't got time to do that mess today. So I'm gonna try to, I'm kind of hitting this at an angle. Okay. Will this work? See, it would work technically, because we could just hang this over the top like that, and then we could just drive away. But we got to get the bucket on here. We're just gonna do this right here. I probably should have done this in the beginning, so just excuse me, just never mind that. Go ahead and ease this thing down, drop it about right there so we don't break anything. Don't want to drop it from really high up. All right, we're going to drop the bucket there. It shouldn't go anywhere. Now we're going to grab, we're doing a wheelie. Now we're going to grab the bush hog attachment. We could load it forward and just raise the bush hog over the bucket, but I think we're just going to do it backwards like this, just to keep the weight distributed pretty evenly. If we can even back up here. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's going to have to go like that to clear these ramps when they close. So we'll see how this goes. All right, got it all strapped down. Threw a strap over the top of that because why not? And yeah, she should be pretty secured, and hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. Now, all that just to go pick up a load of rock. I know, guys. But anyway, we're going to get it, and things should be going pretty smoothly from here on out. Which, I mean, that wasn't bad. You know, it was just figuring out how to load the skid steer on that trailer, being that we haven't done it quite like that just yet. All right, and just like that, we have arrived at the shop here, the contractor's shop, and we're going to get us a load of rock to go do this job. Now, one thing we won't be needing right now is the Bush Hog attachment, so I'm just going to pull off the trailer, set it over here somewhere, and then get hooked up to the bucket and start loading up all this rock. All right, just put our last load of rock in the dump trailer, and we should be good to head out. Now, we don't have a full trailer, but I don't really think we needed a full trailer, honestly. It's not even as big a driveway as our driveway that we did yesterday, and I actually got a little more rock than I did for that, so it should definitely be enough to do what we need for today's little job. All right, I kind of like loading the skid steer up this way. I was kind of thinking about that when I unloaded everything earlier to get all this rock. I was like, you know what, I should probably just load it like this. So this is how we're going to load it from now on when we have to bring the Bush Hog with us to a job site. All right, we got everything loaded up, and you can kind of see how I had to do it all. And man, do we have a load for this old Duramax. But as you guys can see, it's handling it very, very well. I think at this point, being that we don't necessarily have a full load of rock, but we do have all the stuff on the back with the skid steer and everything. Are y'all coming here? I think this is the most weight we've ever hauled. I'm pretty sure. But it's doing great, doing all the work to the suspension like we did. Yeah, made a huge difference. Now, this truck is squatting in the back. And for this truck to be squatting, we got a load, man. We're going to take it easy over the tracks right here. We don't want to risk anything kind of falling over or flipping us. All right, I'm trying to figure out where we're at. We've been in this town before when we were doing like the washout job. And I'm pretty sure this is the right town. Let me see. I'm kind of just looking at the GPS, looking at the address they sent me, trying to make sure we're where we need to be. Man, they need some yard work done. Good grief. Let's come around right here. I don't really see anything resembling what we're supposed to be cleaning up. So I'm just going to keep driving. Hopefully we can find it here in a minute. Oh, wow. Look at that. The water tower fell over. All right, you guys. I think we found it. Yeah, here it is. This is the only growed up property that matches the description, and it says that the address, yeah, let me look. Yeah, it says it's it. Okay, so we are here. Okay, just looks like a lot of growed up area there. So where could we park? Maybe up in there, or should we stay out here? I'm gonna just park on the side right here. I think this will be fine. Now, once I do the rock and all, I'll pull in there and dump it inside of that area, but for now we'll just park over here and use the Bush Hog to get all of this cleared. This is going to be an extensive process, being that we got to do all this with this type of Bush Hog. This is why we need a pretty good tractor in order to run a Bush Hog and get all the weeds there knocked down. Backed off the trailer with the Bush Hog, and we're just going to get started, man. I think, let's see, we'll kind of start somewhat on the driveway to kind of get this area knocked out. All right, first time using this too, by the way, so you guys got to remember that. I've not used this any since we've gotten it. So I kind of like it though. I like how quick the skid steer turns with it. Makes easy work of all this. You can definitely get in and out of all of the tight areas a lot easier than if you had like a big old Bush Hog. So that is a plus to this. I'm going to keep on mowing right here, get all of this cleaned up, and once I kind of get a little path cleaned out on this driveway, then I'm going to move over to all the really tall brush that you're seeing right here, get all of that knocked down, and then we're going to get to work getting the driveway laid in, getting it all smoothed out, and getting ready to pour our rock. It should look really good here, man, once we get all that done. All right, we just got finished doing all of this driveway, like getting everything smoothed out. I'm just kind of making one more little pass because there was some rough patches down through here. And I'd say it turned out very, very good. We got all this cleaned up. And I did kind of take and widen the driveway a little bit, you know, just to give them a little more room to get in and out. They said they'd be bringing in a lot of farm equipment, and I wanted them to have plenty of room in order to get all that in. Now that we got all that smoothed out, packed in, and ready for the rock, we're just going to get this out of the dump trailer here and get to spreading all this around. We ended up with a pretty good load right here. This should be plenty enough to do all of what we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get a first little bit here. Go ahead and start spreading it out from the front and kind of work our way to the very back of the property. And yeah, man, this should really make this place look just 1,000 times better. This place is really coming along, man. I really enjoy building these driveways and doing these land clearing jobs. If you guys do enjoy it as well, be sure to leave a like on the video, drop some comments down below, and if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Gonna make sure we don't pour too much. Trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. I love how it's laying in this little pattern. That's so cool. Go ahead and come back up right here. All right, go and get another load of rock. I'm going to try to get some over in this area. I think I'm going to work to about right here and then spread all this out. There's our second load, and man, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're able to make it a pretty good ways with all of the rock that we have. I'm going to see how good this little bit spreads. It should be enough to cover up to roughly about this point where the skid steer is, and then we'll kind of just go from there. We may be loading some rock back up to take with us. I don't know, though. We'll have to see. I'm going to start through the middle right here and kind of get all this smoothed around. You can see how we're able to kind of spread all that rock. Then we're going to come back and really sharpen up those edges and get the rock right up next to the grass line there. And man, it's going to look so, so good. All right, we got all that rock smoothed out there, and man, is it looking so much better. So I did come back along the edges here where the grass meets the driveway and really just try to sharpen that up to make it look really, really good and give us that nice little divide between the driveway and the yard. I'm going to go ahead and get a little more rock here, and we're going to keep on going. Going to get all this poured down through here. Go ahead and just kind of get a bunch of rocks scattered around, and this will give us kind of, you know, a little work area we can work with. All right, you guys, we just got finished up getting all the rocks spread out. Man, this place turned out beautiful. So now all we got to do is get a hold of the owner here, the landowner, and let him go ahead and pay us. He's going to be the one paying us $30,000 for doing all of this work, you know, the land clearing and the driveway. Now, the driveway is done through the contractor, but it's still that money that I've signed the contract in order to get, so that kind of comes out of that $500,000 contract for us. And the land clearing side of things was to do with our own business, so it worked out to where we made a smooth $30,000 on this job. But man, just take a look at everything. Looks so, so good. I think they are planning on redoing that barn right there and building a new one, and they're going to start using this property to I think start storing all their hay and things like that, their tractor, their equipment. They're really big hay farmers around here, and this is something they really needed in order to kind of expand their storage and have a great place to put all their hay. Now, as you can see, we did end up having some rock left over, so I'm going to work on getting all this loaded up. But I think we're going to wrap up today's video right here. If you guys did enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, guys.